What does your website actually need to get cited by LLMs? Let's go through 5 tactics that get your content on your own website picked up. But first, the groundwork. If you do not rank in the retrieval system, the models cannot ground themselves in your content. Your website must be crawlable, indexable, server-side rendered, or with proper JavaScript hydration. Ideally, it is also fast, with clean internal linking and structured data where it makes sense. Tactic number 1. Match your content to the prompt intent. In simple terms, different types of prompts pull different types of content. When somebody asks, what is the best project management tool for remote teams? The model wants top-of-funnel discovery content. Listicles, best of articles. That is the content it ranks for these fan-out queries. When somebody asks Asana pricing for 100 users, the model wants bottom-of-funnel content. Product detailed pages, pricing pages. As a marketer, you need to cover all content needs. Audit your site against the prompts you actually want to win and look for gaps. Tactic number 2. Target the fan-out query. One prompt can trigger multiple searches with different queries, the so-called fan-outs. If you want to be the source for a prompt, you must first rank for these fan-out queries. Here's how to figure out the queries that matter. Take the cluster of prompts you care about, run them dozens of times. Then look at the aggregated common terms across fan-out queries. Pick the 2 or 3 terms with the highest volume. Write the best article on the internet for each. And I'm using the term article loosely here. You might need to add content to a product page or create a listicle. Even if you repeat this process regularly, you will never cover all fan-out queries. And you do not have to. Cover the most important ones that you can write about and own those. To see fan-out queries, you can use a Chrome plugin to do it manually, or you can use a tool like Peak AI to surface which fan-outs the LLMs are actually firing. Many people just optimized for the prompt. The much smarter thing to do is to optimize what LLMs actually search for. Tactic number 3. Write citation-ready chunks. LLMs do not ingest whole pages, they ingest passages. Usually around 50 words, in some cases up to 300. There's no need to manually chunk your content. LLMs are perfectly capable of doing that. You can, however, make it easy for them. The ideal chunk fits the following criteria beyond the length. It is self-contained, meaning it makes sense out of context. A sentence like, "For these reasons, the first solution is the best," is meaningless when taken out of context. Here's a better version. Because of its support for both DeepSeek, Qwen, and Mistral, Peak AI is the ideal solution for global AI visibility tracking. This sentence has other qualities that are important. It explicitly names the entities Peak AI, DeepSeek, Qwen, and Mistral. It is dense in information. There are no filler words. It is written in a declarative and authoritative manner. No maybe or probably, just facts. Other characteristics of a perfect citation chunk are naming sources and including concrete numbers. Do not say, "Berlin gets hot in summer." Rather say, "In June 2026, temperatures of up to 40 degrees Celsius were recorded in Berlin." That is 104 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way. The best way to naturally include that in your content? A summary on top. This works especially well because LLMs often retrieve only the top part of a very long document. Another way is question-answer style format. Write either a Q&A section or use subheadlines formulated as questions. You do not have to chunk your whole page. Actually, just having the summary on top can often be enough. Tactic number 4. Publish your own listicles. For top-of-funnel commercial prompts, listicles win more citations than any other format. When someone asks, "What are the best email marketing tools for e-commerce?" LLMs will use listicles as sources. You can try to be well placed in other people's listicles. We will talk about that in the off-page video. Or you can create your own listicles on your own website. It is cringe, It is a little bit embarrassing, but it works. If you do it, be honest. List real competitors, find objective criteria to rank yourself number one. Pro tip, do not bash your competitors. Say something positive about each of them. Potentially recommend each competitor for a specific use case you do not care for. If you decide for this tactic, please be aware that it is against Google's webmaster guidelines. It is unlikely to work forever, and it could even backfire at some point. We have already seen first signs that Google and OpenAI give less weight to those kinds of listicles. It seems Google might even skip the brand that wrote the listicle. I still feel the need to mention it here because I still see it work very, very well. Tactic number 5. Own your comparison pages. On a similar note, I want to mention comparison pages. Rippling does it, ClickUp does it, Dropbox does it. They publish their own X versus Y pages. Rippling versus Gusto, ClickUp versus Asana, Dropbox versus Google Drive. The idea is the same as with listicles. When somebody asks the LLM to compare you against a competitor, you want your own content as part of the grounding. If you write a comparison, you can highlight your own advantages. If you do not write your own comparisons, your competitors might do it for you. And they probably do not have your best interest at heart. Audit your top 5 competitors. Do you have a comparison page for each? If not, that could be your next quarter's content roadmap. Important, the same warning we discussed for listicles applies to comparison pages. As a tactic, it works very well for now. But it should not be the core of your GEO strategy. So at this point, you're probably thinking, great, let's mass produce listicles and comparison pages. Maybe publish a few hundred blog posts a month to target all those fanout queries. All we need to do is take the PKI MCP, where we could get all of the data, connect it to Claude, and produce content, right? Wrong. Many websites have tried, and it usually results in a loss of search engine rankings. In fact, it has happened so often that the SEO community invented a term for it. Mount AI, a visibility curve that climbs fast and then crashes. And once you've crashed, your content will have a hard time to be considered for LLM grounding. Because grounding starts with a search in a retrieval system. No rankings, no retrieval. No retrieval, no citation. Many popular B2B SaaS websites have gone down this route. And it always plays out the same way. Let's recap. First of all, keep SEO as the foundation. Then, create content formats that match the prompt intent. Tailor your content strategy to target fanout queries. Keep chunking in mind. Consider your own listicles and consider creating your own comparison pages. But always be aware of too much AI content. Those are your on-page levers. None of them are new in spirit, but all of them have to be tuned for AI search. In the next video, we will talk about off-page or earned media. That is where most of the citations are happening. This is GEO 101 by PKI, your guide to understanding and winning in AI search.